Hi guys, I'm back after half a year of some pause. Thank you for all your comments, and I really see now that this information I'm sharing is more or less helping someone. This is really great inspiration, you know. And yeah, finally I want to continue to share with you my knowledge, and today I want to talk about package API deployment via Workbench. So I will separate this information into three videos. I'll try to separate it. So in this one we will cover the main usages, like when I'm using API or package deployment, what can be additionally done with it, and I will show the main flow via Workbench, how we are deploying that. And in the next videos we will go more deeper into settings, into different variations of everything, of the components and so on, and we'll share some secrets and so on. Yeah, like that. So let's get started. So in the first part of my video I want to tell a few words about usages, and then you will be remembering about them later when I'm sharing further stuff and the flow, okay? I understand that for now something will be probably not really clear, but later we will figure it out and you will see everything. So, package API deployment. The naming are just equal, no differences, and yeah, when I'm using them, for example, yeah. Let's take another marker, that one. So the first usage is conflicts in resolution, let's say, yeah. Conflicts resolution. Normally on the project you do have some repository which is working like source of truth, which is connected to CI, continuous integration, and yeah, when you are working with several teams you are just merging the conflicts so you can concretely resolve your differences and you're done, yeah? So this is how it should be. This ideal flow and ideal configuration of the project, yeah? But there are situations when you are getting to some more old project, for example, and you don't have that pretty working CI configured and so on, yeah? So I, for example, was working a few years in one project without these SMDX configured, yeah, and CI stuff. And in these cases, you're facing such a problem when on your organization there are several teams working with the same components, let's say, yeah, with some common classes and so on. So normally with common classes, it's the most useful, the most common situation. You should somehow like live together, yeah? On some environment you are meeting. So you are developing even, for example, on different orgs, on different developers orgs, and then you should, yeah, deliver it to some integration org where it should work together, and then you push it forward, yeah, to production. In this situation, if you remember, when we are deploying via change sets, it will always override the components that you are deploying. If you're deploying this class, yeah, it will not say you thumbs up like, hey, I don't know, this class is of another version that you had before and so on, that you have on your own org. So this is nothing like that. Change set will just override the components, the metadata. And for such situations, if you know that there can be some changes that you don't have in the org from where you deploy, in this situation, what I'm doing, I'm usually doing orgs compare. There is a really nice tool, and I will show it as well later. So I'm doing orgs compare, which would compare the files, show me the difference, and then I'm preparing package API deployment, where I will modify there locally, let's say, this package. Yeah, I will adjust it in the way I need. And then from local location, so this package will be delivered to your destination org. Yeah, it's like will not be you will not do changes on your source org. This is a big advantage. And here you can again retrieve the changes that you want not to override, and yeah, to deliver the clean version of everything. Now the second one is when you need to delete metadata. This is a very important part. So there are situations that you must delete something. Of course, it is easy when you need just to adjust some data model and like delete fields. Normally this is without any problems. You can delete the fields on production even, normally this is allowed, and so on. But what you cannot do on production, for example, is delete Apex classes. Normally it's not allowed again, so everything can be configured, but normally it should be not allowed. And in these situations, you can delete Apex classes only via a separate package. Package like that, again. Here you can add destructive changes file. We will have a look at it again later. And you can specify the metadata which you want to delete. It can be Apex pages, any custom fields, objects, wherever really any metadata can be deleted. What is also important here that sometimes you do need to delete some files like together with your deployment. The use case is when you're, for example, writing SOAP integration and you have a new version of interface. And you're creating a new class, totally new class service, and the old one is not being used. You wouldn't be able to deliver it to production without deleting the old class because the coverage would be not enough. Understand me? Yeah. So in order not to have this coverage problem, because that class will not be used anymore, you can specify it in destructive changes file and delete it already during delivery the new stuff. So it can be perfectly done like that. Then there is another use case, like working with some standard objects and like metadata. So when you are adjusting, for example, on these standard objects like opportunity or lead, you do have a field status, So opportunity stage and lead status, something like that, or any standard picklist. There are plenty of them on any standard object. So normally you can adjust it only via UI. If you are choosing the change sets components, you would not see there this standard value set metadata at all. And what I was doing in the past, I was just doing this then picklist value set change on any next org manually. This can be optimized via this deployment because we do have this metadata and we can deliver it in a normal way. And this is also another enhanced usage of the package deployment comparing to any change sets. And another, so quite the same like pick lists. Well, okay, not right. Let's say installed packages. Packages. When you do have some installed packages and you want, so normally you cannot modify something when this package is managed, but sometimes, or even unmanaged, I'm sorry, I don't really remember, but normally you cannot deliver metadata with this prefix fully, I mean this namespace, it's just not available. But there are situations, there is one gap that is available when you are changing picklist values on some fields from the package. This is something you cannot adjust and retrieve via change set, but you can do via packages because you can directly write this metadata name and really retrieve and deploy. So that's all the situations that I had, and I'm really commonly using the package by deployment. And now let me show you fully the flow and the main flow. So let's have a look at the full flow of the deployment via package API deployment, really from scratch. So first I'm opening the sandbox. I have partial sandbox. Oops, I have classic, one moment. I will switch to, I have Lightning, but I'm switching always to classic because I'm really fan of classic. And yeah, we will open as well Workbench. workbenchdeveloperforce.com. This is my favorite application in regards to Salesforce. Now we need to log in, and here we're choosing sandbox because this is a sandbox that we will deliver from sandbox to production. And yeah, API version 49 is okay, and I agree. A small trick here, if I just logged into some sandbox, on clicking this button, it will automatically fetch my login data. And you see now it's already logged in. As my user, you see partial here and so on. If you would, not log in right now before, then you would need to enter your credentials. But really, quick login before really saves the time, so you don't need to enter credentials. So here we are going to migration and retrieve. The first flow that I will show you would be most similar to our first part, like conflict resolution. So when we already have some change set on the org and we need to retrieve it and compare some stuff. So and adjust. I have already some outbound change set prepared. This is from some previous deployment. And here it is. Okay. You see some custom metadata, apex classes, named credentials, custom objects, custom fields, all right. And profile settings. Here I am, you see I went here to retrieve, and now I can retrieve the same change set. All the configs from this workbench we will discuss more in details later in the next videos. For now I will just follow the main flow. So I'm writing here my package name and single package. It should be without spaces. And it should be without spaces. This is very important, otherwise it won't work. Next, retrieve. Okay, it retrieved, download zip file. Downloads, here it is. I will do extract to my file, I don't know, deployment 2609. This is day to day. Not show extract. Oh, and by the way, before, sorry, I forgot to say, before I was recording everything on Mac, but now I'm doing this video from Windows and I'm really working all the time from Windows. So on Mac it will be, the zip archives will be slightly different, but all the main stuff will be the same, so normally. Here is our folder, and here is the magic. This is what was deployed first time when we upload this? Not sure already. Okay, so it was supposed to be deployed, and we can check the files. Oh, okay, I have Sublime. So okay, some just empty classes, and the same with metadata and the objects. Oh, I'm really sorry for that because okay, I have a new laptop and this is not fully working. I haven't really fully configured it. So here you can see how looks the file for custom metadata record, MTDA record. So you see some email is populated, and then name credentials, okay, objects. We can also have a look. It was custom metadata object, just without any fields, okay. And custom object A object with already some stuff, some field. Okay, so here you can investigate how it looks from the inside. Alright, and yeah, and this is our package XML file. I also need to choose Sublime. This is one of the most important files in all this deployment topic, because here you can have a look at the list of your metadata and you can modify it. As I've discussed, so now I will just do some modifications in my local folder, not to deploy something, yeah, so to deploy just selectively, yeah. For example, I don't want to deploy custom metadata B record, and I don't want to deploy named credentials, for example, and admin profile, let's say. No, admin I will not deploy this profile, yeah? And I'm saving that. And what I did, I remove custom metadata B. Named credentials I removed, and that was the only one, that's why I'm removing the whole folder. And the profiles as well, so the second profile, yeah. Yeah, so you do some modifications, if that can, and it's not only about deleting of some stuff, you can also add some stuff, yeah, so like for example, I want to have some class B, class C, sorry, C, I don't know, yeah, like that. Class C, and here it is. This one. Yeah, so for example, I added this class C. With some, yeah, with some stuff in it. I don't know, just some variable. Save, okay. I will now add it to the package as well. Alright, and also I will, let's say, resolve some conflict, some imaginary conflict in class B. For example, yeah, I know these examples are really not that good, I mean, because I had just empty classes and everything, but let's say that on, if you can see here on my partial org, my class is totally empty, but here I want to, I don't know, deliver some interesting method, yeah. So I will write public, no, probably not method, because I'm not sure if it will be covered, because I don't have unit tests. So okay, then just private static final integer. I don't know, just writing really some some random stuff. Yeah, so for example, I want to delete this change here. Okay, whatever. And now I have this folder, as you remember. So this was this folder, and I need to zip this content, so this classes stuff. I'm opening it and send to compressed, so I'm usually naming like version 1, version 2, version something, but if you want to remember, of course, I mean, if you want to reuse it later, then of course use some more normal naming. And then, yeah, we're opening Workbench again, and as I want to deliver it not to the same org, but to production, I would log into production now. Here is my production, yep, and here I will log out, log in, and you will see now that I already missed my really cool authorization. So yeah, you see I'm requested to enter again the credentials, which I don't want to do. That's why I again relog into production, and again clicking this button, and now it will work. Yeah, we're here. We go again to migration and deploy. Choosing our file, it was here, version 1. And yeah, for now I will say that we're just choosing this, and this. So these things are just always choose them. This choose it if you want just to validate, not to deploy, and test level should be at least local test for production. That's why I'm choosing it. But I believe I don't have any tests. And yeah, here next, and yeah, warning, and deploy. Now you will see here that you see after. Okay, we have already fillers, alright, that was quick. So we were having here auto refreshing page, it refreshes every few seconds and so on. Then, yeah, you have here the failures, list of failures. Unfortunately, I do have them already, alright. Yeah, but I usually don't really look at them here because, I don't know, just find them naturally pretty written. So I will always open the deployment status, and here from the last deployment you see my errors would be, yeah. Okay, what was, okay, yeah, I didn't do correct modification of the file. This is also a good example, you know. So it should be like this. Then what else? Unknown user permission. Okay, this is just something what I will remove because... no, you know what? I will just... yeah, okay. Sublime, yes. And yeah, this error is usually only on profiles, let's say, not even usually, when we have some different user permission not existing because the orgs can have different configs, and we will just for now remove these as well as, yeah, this is what I wanted. So I will, okay, I'm just deleting all this stuff. Yeah, and I will add one additional class access to my class C. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, and what is the third one? This object was retrieved in the previous change set without its master detail. That's why that was a mistake. Yeah, you see, I didn't include this master detail relation. Then I will, yeah, so again, you will see some modifications when I forgot something and so on. So I would choose custom fields. I know this is account, okay. And this field, by the way, was missed as well. Yeah, added to change set. Again, logging out from the Workbench, logging in. I need to relog in here. Sandbox, login. Oh no, verify my username, and unfortunately no. Workbench again. Okay, now we're here. Again, let's do a retrieve. What was the name there? Outbound change set it was. And this name. Single package next retrieve. Now let's open two of them. And this is what we will modify. This is we download. And I will open it in a new folder to see the compare, and you know, I don't want to change to mix my changes that I did already. That's why I will not fully replace it and like, yeah, change the stuff fully, but instead I will take just the differences. So this file, this one we can delete. This was more fresh and we are extracting. I will not rename it because I will delete it right after. And here what I see is, yeah, on these two objects we've added one field on each object. So here it was custom metadata email, and here it was account master detail. where it was, here it is. Yeah, master detail, which is essential for deployment because we cannot deliver without it. And we are taking it and fully replacing these two files. Yeah. And now let's try again to prepare. So I believe we solved all these errors, right? Yeah, right. Should be solved. Version 2. All right. Now again, logging out from the Workbench. Logging in back to the deployment. By the way, here I was a little bit not really smart because usually if I'm working with several sandboxes where I need to relog in, relog out and so on, I usually just open incognito window where authorization will be different from the original window, and that's how I work, so I don't need to log in and log out all the time. This is really annoying. And yeah, now we are on production, that's true, okay. And let's here open already deployment status, and here we are deploying the second version, local tests, and next deploy. And until it's deployed super quickly, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. So you see here will be the same view as for change sets and already 2 errors. So the same view, because it's kind of the same deployment. Change sets are working exactly the same, but just it's all hidden within Salesforce. And here you are totally controlling what you are deploying. Let's view errors. Yeah, we added these custom fields, but we forgot to add them to the package XML, which was a mistake totally. So opening package XML, and yeah, I don't really remember their names, so I will take them from that package XML. So you see that one was something what we just retrieved just recently, and this one, the package XML of the package which we're gonna deploy. So I added them here, we'll define that a bit. And now, yeah, preparing next version. As you could notice, this is really super quick. I mean, this modification and preparing new version and upload. If you do absolutely the same stuff within change sets, you will spend like a few minutes till it's uploaded to your next environment, because there you are doing it within Salesforce, which probably has some additional things, yeah, to convert your change set to the package and like really deliver to the next environment. So you see there outbound, inbound change set. And here with the package, you can really super quickly modify it and yeah, just test your next versions. And yeah, I'm doing that really often. One deployment can have up to, I don't know, 10 for 14 versions till I really get all components without errors. But then yeah, just you will get skilled, so later you will know what you change and you control. Okay, what is now here? Yeah, coverage. All right, here we don't have classes. Oh no, we do have classes. Okay, then I will stop resolving it from now, because like I have empty classes and coverage is 0, but I have empty classes and there is not much sense right now to write with you this stuff. But generally this is everything what I wanted to show. This is the basic flow, and I'm happy that you saw also all these errors resolving, because yeah, normally it never goes from the first attempt. And the things that we've discussed, like deletion, like some additional metadata stuff and so on, see in the next video. Alright, see you.